Unqualified Heroes! I am your co-host, Daniel Perez.
And I am Messi Morales, and we are your unqualified hero.
Woo-hoo! So, today is Secret Invasion Day, where you don't know who's who. You don't even know if I'm actually me, or if Messi's actually Messi. Maybe we're Skrulls.
Well, I'm not Messi.
You're right. We're actually Skrulls. We decided to take over the podcast today, and I don't know. We just decided to take over the podcast. So, Secret Invasion Day. We're gonna talk about Secret Invasion, but we brought in a very, very special guest. So, bring it up for Jaylen Wade.
What's up?
What's up, man? How are you today?
Good. How are you guys?
We're great. We're excited. It's a good day to be a Marvel fan because there's something to watch. There's not always everything to watch every single day of the year. So,
Yeah.
how about you? How you doing?
Doing great. Feeling good about this episode.
Oh yeah. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself, what you do, like if you have an Instagram and all that stuff.
Yeah, so my name is Jaylen Wade. I am basically a superhero content creator. My Instagram is Jaylen Wade 89, like Batman 1989. My TikTok is The Last Adventure 08. And yeah, I basically make content around superheroes. I love Marvel and DC. And yeah, keep on doing it.
Sweet. So
Awesome.
I know that we have definitely seen your content. You have really great content. So any fans out there that are listening to us currently, we would suggest you go check Jaylen Wade out. He has very on it on all the news and trailers and stuff like that. So he has really good content. But before we dive into the Secret Invasion episode, we're going to talk about a couple things first. And we're going to start it off with the Kraven trailer because that just came out yesterday. And, well, we haven't really talked about it live. So I'm just going to ask you first, Jaylen, what did you think of the trailer?
I actually thought it was a surprisingly good trailer. I think that the Sony universe hasn't been well, but it's okay. I didn't like Morbius. Venom is alright, but I don't know, I'm kind of nervous about this whole spin-off Sony Spider-Man universe they're trying to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just up and down.
Messy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. It was surprisingly not what I was expecting at all. Mind you, I'm not an expert on Kraven the Hunter. I know he is a hunter. And he fights Spider-Man. That's pretty much what I know of him. And from what I saw, it was not expecting his origin story to be like that. But yet again, there's all different origin story for characters. I didn't know he got his powers from a bite of a radioactive lion.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Okay.
it works like that. I guess it's a random animal's radioactive and everybody gets powers. But it was good, but yeah, like Jaylen said, I'm scared because of like Sony has this track record with their live action movies and specifically with this spin-off of Spider-Man universe. I don't know. I'm not hype, kind of hype at the same time because it's Quicksilver, but Kraven the Hunter. Like little note, I do want to see if they like all this multiverse stuff. This is like, wait, I'm a speedster, and the other speedster goes, wait, I'm a hunter. Like, I don't know. That would be pretty cool to see. But yeah, it was a cool trailer. Cannot expect too much from it.
Yeah, so I'll say my thoughts is, first off, like you guys said, it's kind of not kind of what we expected, but it wasn't this terrible trailer that we were like, gosh, please don't release this. Make it a tax write-off. It was intriguing. However, I thought there was some weird things. For example, why is everyone getting powers from another animal or insect or like? Come on, It was like the blood, like one singular drop of this lion that went into him. I thought that was kind of dumb.
I'm telling you, it's a radioactive animal, and every animal is a radioactive. Every powered intermittent animals.
That was so weird. But the other stuff was Craven. While he's a very great actor, and he's very like ripped in this film, But when I envisioned Craven, I envision a much bigger, like larger sized man, and I think he's too lean. Like, he's lean in a good way, but I think he's too lean to be Craven. I just think of, like, a really big, massive guy. So, this is interesting. But you guys were alluding to the Sony universe not being that good. Morbius, Venom, But I think one of the possible saving graces for this movie is that it's rated R. One of the things with Venom...
Finally.
And Morbius was you kind of had like these quote-unquote grueling action scenes, but you didn't really see, like, dude, this dude's a vampire that's like killing people. Venom is this giant mutated symbiote that's killing people, but you don't really see it because it's PG-13, and it makes it cheesy in that way. But now that it's rated R, they can actually make stuff look the way that it's supposed to look. Like, if you're killing people... Yeah. Make it look like you're killing people and have that rated R sense. But I have a theory that the only reason why it's rated R is because people were complaining about the other films not being rated R. And they were like, we just got to make this rated R now.
I mean, it could make sense because originally Venom, the very first Venom, was supposed to be rated R. And... the reason why they brought it down to PG-13 is because they wanted a possibility of Venom being part of the Spider-Man Tom Holland universe. But that didn't happen because obviously...
Well, we saw Tom Holland in a post-credit scene for Venom 2 that never meant anything.
Yeah, but he went back to his thing.
There was a little drop left.
Yeah, but that could be a different Venom.
Could be.
But they could have done this Venom rated R, the Sony one. I think would have been better because even Tom Brady. Tom Brady. A baseball
what?
Player. Whew, he's a football player. Oh my God, what's his name?
Tom Holland?
No, not Tom Holland.
Tom
Oh my God, I don't know why.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
You're talking about the Venom actor.
See, it's a Tom part. I don't know why I call him Brady.
Tom Brady. Okay.
Yeah. I live in Tampa, go Bucks. But he even said when the Venom movie came out for the very first time, he's like he was disappointed in the change from rated R to PG-13 because there was a lot of scenes in the movie that were cut to make it PG-13 to make it make sense. And I wonder if they ever will release the cut of the rated R cut. I doubt it, but
yes, it's too late for them to release the cut.
Yeah.
What would you, if you had to give this super early rating just based off a trailer, Jillian, what are you giving it?
Ooh, probably only because I think the action is going to be good. It's like a 6.
Okay, a 6.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I gave. Well, I saw your review, so I know I want to talk about this in a second, but. I'm gonna give this probably like a 7. I think it'll just be like his popcorn movie. That's Messi's favorite phrase, popcorn movie. That's kind of just like it's just your average Joe Schmo movie. Buy some popcorn and watch it. Nothing special about it. What do you think, Messi?
I mean, Aaron
does this movie cross over into Spider-Man? We were supposed to get Craven for Spider-Man 3, but they changed it to the whole multiverse thing. And then now we might get Craven for Spider-Man 4.
I mean, you remember when Morbius was coming out? Oh, it's on Toby's universe. Oh, no, it's on Andrew's universe. Like, we never knew
Aaron
until
Taylor
the
Johnson
movie came out.
posted a picture on his Instagram, and he said, I'm coming for you, Spider-Man.
I'm coming for you. Yeah, that was pretty cool. He took it down.
He took
He
it down?
because I went to look for it,
That's
and
interesting.
it's not there. Yeah, obviously, even a lot of Tom Hardy stuff. Even he took a lot of like
I
he
guess
had
you're
an image
right.
of Venom
Eating
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man, yeah.
and they took it down. Um, even Jamie Foxx on for No Way Home, I think he posted something. He took it down too. Like they just do it to tease us for a bit and then take it down.
Yeah.
But Aaron Taylor Johnson, I think he's a pretty good actor, and maybe he could save the movie. I don't know. The movie's not out yet, but as of the trailer, maybe it could be good. I will stick with what Danny said at 7.
I mean, it has a good
But
cast. You got Russell Crowe, Aaron Taylor Johnson,
Yeah.
but actors can't always save the movie. I mean, think of Andrew Garfield. Amazing actor, not the best movie. Even though I like the Amazing Spider-Man better than most other Spider-Mans, but whatever. That's another topic for another day.
Yeah.
So, I just want to say this. This is just a very quick topic. I saw your review, Jaylen. You very much like The Flash.
Yeah. I really, really.
You very much like The Flash, which is very interesting because
Interesting.
I have seen a lot of reviews that have been super mixed. Either like you didn't like The Flash, or you really like The Flash. I know me and Messi are more so on the we didn't really like The Flash. We gave it a 6 out of 10. Not like a horrible. To us, it was a popcorn movie. We gave it a 6 out of 10.
Didn't judge our
You
life.
gave it, I believe it was a 9, right? Somewhere around
Yeah.
that range. So I kind of want to hear your thoughts on just why you like this movie so much, because I know that there's like two different sides of people's movie theater experience.
Yeah, so I like the movie just because of, one, I love The Flash, my favorite like DC character. The emotional stuff, the action, especially Michael Keaton, he was just so perfect. Just in that movie, he was just crazy.
Yeah.
I wasn't keen on Ezra Miller. He's not my favorite Flash, but I kind of warmed up to him a little bit in this movie. I liked him a little bit more. The whole multiverse aspect, I love what they're doing. Even with Marvel now, I just love the whole multiverse aspect of it. I love Supergirl. I just love the film, just because of just everything. Maybe Michael Keaton, Batman kind of pushed it up for me a little bit, but
Were you a big fan of his movies?
yeah, Batman like 1899.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Yeah. I mean your whole Instagram handle is kind of based off that, so it makes sense. Yeah, I was just curious as to why. Some other things I wanted to talk about was there's been a lot of rumors. I don't know if it's been confirmed yet, but there's been a lot of rumors that Marvel is going to drop out of the Comic-Con panel for
Yeah.
I believe July or August. It's one of those months, but that they're going to drop out of the Comic-Con panel, which is really big because think of the stuff that we got in Comic-Con last year, and then all these rumors leading up to this Comic-Con. We're like, oh, they're going to release the Fantastic Forecast in Comic-Con. They're going to do this in Comic-Con. And then now it's like, we might not even be in Comic-Con. Possibly a big reason due to the writer's strike. But what do you guys think about that? And I'll start with you, Jaylen.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. They went balls to the wall last year, and it's just very shocking. It's just like, what? They went all out with phase 4 and phase 5. It was crazy. I saw it, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It was just insane.
Messi, what do you think about them dropping out?
Honestly, good.
Really?
Good.
Really?
Good. What are they gonna show us that's new?
Fantastic Forecast. Trailers.
For what? They're gonna show us another director of Fantastic
No,
Four? I
they're
don't
going to
know.
show the cast.
No, they're not gonna show no cast. So this is my thing. With the writer strike and I know everything getting delayed and them not possibly not knowing where they're gonna go with Jonathan Majors and Kang and all this stuff. I don't think it's a really good time for them to be hyping stuff up. Because what happened last year when they hype everything up and everything, they get a set date and everything got like a time and everything. Where are we at now? Everything got pushed back. So I don't think they is the time. It's not the perfect time for them to come back again and be like, okay, we're gonna do this and drop this, and that on this time and day, and then when we're back in the next year, we're probably gonna see whatever they drop 2 or 3 years after they announce. So right now, I think it's the time for them to like take another step back, analyze everything that's gonna happen. One, they can really do much with it with this the writer strike because they got no writers. They can't do stuff without writers. Another thing, Jonathan Majors, his strike stuff got moved later through the year. They haven't found the allegation to be true or false. So maybe if they're recasting, they gotta go through a whole new process of recasting the whole character. So like, there's too many factors for this to make sense to make them push back. So I'm not saying that I'm happy, obviously, because I want to see more of this stuff in trailers, but it makes sense if that was the reason for them to not show up this year. And if they do show up, maybe for Disney Plus stuff, like give us something. I don't know, Loki. Maybe Loki's coming up, but like don't announce newer stuff if you know it's gonna get more and more back delay. Don't hype us up to be disappointed again with another pushback.
I think you said it perfectly. Like, especially with the whole Jonathan. If Jonathan Majors is their big
That's
bad,
a big villain.
and his court date actually just got officially announced for August, I believe August 9th or somewhere in August.
Something like that.
Comic-Con's in July. What are you going to say? Oh, yeah, we got this. And then Jonathan Majors could possibly be found guilty, and then a lot of their plans are in shambles. So I think
They have to restart again.
I think they're waiting to find out what that verdict is for him before they do anything. And Disney Plus Day, what's it called? San Diego, not Comic-Con. What was the other one that they... D23. That's in September usually. So that's after August. We'll know the court date by then. I think that's when they'll do their big announcements for the year and kind of have a strong idea of where they're going. Plus, like you said, the writer's strike. We might have a better idea what happens with that writer's strike in the end. So, yeah, I don't really know. I'm always excited for Comic-Con because that's more stuff to get excited about, and my dreams get crushed later on, but it's fine because I still get excited about it at the moment.
Yeah.
I believe Kevin Feige actually, Marvel dropped two untitled projects for 2025. We don't know what they were, but I don't know if it was confirmed or a rumor, but they said that they took out two projects for 2025. So it could be due to the writer's strike, could be, I don't know what it is, but it was interesting to see. And the last thing I want to bring up is just a quick question, because a lot of us saw The Flash. If you haven't seen The Flash, spoiler alert. Sorry. But you should have already seen it by now. Wonder Woman was in there, Gal Gadot, and we know James Gunn, new DCU, etc., etc. She had a quote saying that she had talked to DC kind of behind the scenes, going to see her next steps, if there are next steps for her as Wonder Woman going forward. So my question to you is just a simple question. Do you think Gal Gadot remains as Wonder Woman in James Gunn's DCU? What is this silence? Jaylen, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's a 50-50 chance, because if you look at, like, Peacemaker, he's keeping everybody that he's associated with. The Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, the Waller show. So I don't know. I think it's a 50-50. He got rid of, like, Ben Affleck's not coming back. Henry Cavill's gone. We don't know what's going on with Ezra Miller. It's just up in the air. She could come back, but she couldn't. But I don't know. It's just 50-50. We just got to wait and see.
50-50. What do you think, Messi?
I think it could be 50-50 in the sense, like Jalen said, like he's keeping a lot of stuff. But there was a post that I saw earlier today talking about literally that. But I can't find it right now because I don't know where it went. But is actually her saying no, the Flash was the last thing I'm in.
Really
For
interesting.
Yeah, I think I saw that too.
I haven't seen that one. I saw the one where she said she had talked to DC about her future.
Yeah, I think I saw
I haven't seen the one where she said no. Really? Well then it answers for you. No 50-50. It's 100-0.
But and we never know because of like everything else they're keeping in, like Jalen said with the Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad stuff. If you're keeping one thing, why can't you keep the rest of it? You know, like if you're keeping some part of the universe. But I think it really depends on on her as well. Like, does she want to come back to it? Like, if I was in her position, like it must be like a really really good script, or it's gonna be like life changing for me to come back.
Yeah. I would not come back if I was
Like,
her.
I just for cameos, just for like a 2-second. Like in this year, how many minutes of screen time did she had? A one, because she was like 31 seconds on Shazam, 30 seconds on this one. Like,
Yeah.
and I mean they're paying her good. She's
I would not come
I'm
back
guessing
if
she's
I
not
was her
complaining.
because James Gunn wants DC to last off obviously for a long time. This isn't something that he intends to have, the same problem that DC's been going through. He wants it to have success like Marvel had success. So if that's say 10 years, that means she has to be Wonder Woman for like 30 years because she was Wonder Woman in what 24, somewhere roughly around that 2015 range, 2014 range. I don't know. So
yeah, when
that's too long. She is what 40 years old right now. She's Wonder Woman for another 10 years. She's gonna be 50 years old. James Gunn wants a young Superman. He wants young people. So and while she looks very young, like she looks very good for her age. If I was in her shoes, I would not do it because I would want to not be tied down to a role and be able to explore different roles in different movies.
yeah.
Because she was already kind of tied down to a role in a sense. Anyways, Secret Invasion. Let's go. That's our transition that I just found. It sucks. So Secret Invasion. First reactions. What do you guys think? Starting with Jaylen.
I thought it was a really good episode. It was a little bit light on action, but it made up for it by the mystery and just the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Messy.
Honestly, I think the pacing was a little bit off for me. I think it was. I don't know if everything happened in the same week or same month, but it felt like a little bit off for me personally. I know we said before that we were like so hyped for this show because of how the trailers look and stuff like that. And I don't want to say disappointed because yet again this is the first episode, but it didn't feel like, oh my god, it's here. I can't wait to watch this 54-minute episode. It didn't feel like that. I do want to talk about one scene that catch me off guard, or not off guard. It's just I thought it was weird until it makes sense after what happened.
Wait, don't say the scene yet. This is just first reactions.
Okay, I'll save that after you go.
Yeah, say that after I go.
Yeah, it was a good episode. Didn't change my life. But yeah, it was good. Good introduction for the show, I guess.
How many first episodes have we gotten? I mean, let me rephrase. That was dumb. How many good first episodes? How many good first episodes have we gotten? Loki, I'd say that's it. I would say that's it. WandaVision, that was kind of like this filler episode. Moon Knight, which I love. I know most people don't love, but I love. First episode was meh. So like,
first episode of Moon Knight was pretty good. Even the show,
it was aight. It wasn't a bad one, but it was just like, it was aight. kind of like this one. It was like, so basically Loki was the only really, really good first episode. So I'm not upset that this first episode didn't change my life.
Yeah.
Like we said, we were really hyped for it. Their advertising for this was actually really, really cool and good.
Yeah.
But it was the first episode, so whatever. I'm not mad. It was still a good episode, like you guys were saying. The pacing definitely felt off. Now that I was thinking for the word, and then you said the word, and I was like, yeah, the pacing definitely felt off. But in the beginning, I was not really feeling it. I was like, here we go again. I don't know why. I was watching and I was like, this is, for some reason, I'm not that excited. And then towards like the last half of the episode, I was like, okay, I'm actually kind of liking this, and I'm interested. So it grabbed me, but not at first. The first half, I was like, this is kind of gonna suck. But we're gonna dive more deep into spoilers and all that stuff in a second. But well, I guess we're still going into it. But I want to hear what Messi had to say because I know he wanted to say something specifically.
Yeah. So this is in the very beginning after the chase of Agent Ross and
Talos?
the other guy. Well, we didn't know it was Talos after
Yeah.
he basically committed suicide. He jumped over the building, like. But there was a scene they were going up the stairs, and every time they passed through the window, it lit up. I'm like, how fast is Agent Ross? I don't know if you noticed, he was going really fast. Like a second in, he passed one, and like another second, he was just passing by the other one. I'm like, does Agent Ross have powers? Like, but then he ended up being a Skrull.
But I don't think Skrulls have like super speed or like can run fast. Maybe they can.
They're stronger, faster.
I guess that's true.
And smarter than humans. That's probably why they're faster to us. But as fast as like I don't know, like I forget all the characters in the MCU. I don't know who's fast in the MCU.
The girl from Eternals.
But yeah. Hold on, no, she is speedster. She fast.
Captain America's fast. Bucky.
I guess let's say them. They're the superhumans.
Yeah.
I mean, super soldiers of compared to the regular humans. Let's say that. I don't know. But yeah, that catches me off guard. I was like, okay, Agent Ross has powers now. Okay, cool. Like, everybody got powers on the MCU. But yeah, that was pretty funny, that part.
I didn't really notice that, but it is interesting. Something that I want to say, that I want to bring up, is actually before the show even happened. Well, I guess maybe it did happen into the show. I don't know. The credits, the introduction credits. And I'm not sure if you guys know. Maybe you guys do know, but the audience doesn't know. So I'm going to say is they used AI for the entire introduction credits. That was not man-made by using a computer. Well, AI was man-made, but they just put a text box into an AI, and AI did it. So
I wonder what they put to make it happen. You know, you have to put like a specific words for a sequence to make sense. I wonder what
it's interesting. Yeah, I want to go on record saying the people who made that should not be praised for making it. I don't think they should have criticism because, look, it's a tool that you have. Why not use it? But don't praise them. I saw stuff like, oh, they're so cool because they used AI. No, you don't get praised for using AI. You're just using a tool because it's accessible. We just saw Spider-Verse. They worked hard on their ass to make the type of stuff we saw in Spider-Verse, and all you had to do is type in a text box in AI. I'm not mad at you for doing it because it's an accessible tool, but you shouldn't be praised for using it. That's just my thoughts. I just wanted to put that out there.
Are you mad, bro?
I am.
So, did someone use AI on an essay and you worked your ass off on writing it?
I probably did. It probably happened.
And they got a higher grade than you. It's okay, bro. It happens.
Yeah, it's actually, my pain is actually just from my past. I don't know. Yeah, I just wanted to say that the other really stuff I have to say are more so towards the end of the show. So, Jaylen, do you have anything before we really get to towards the end of the episode? Is there anything that like stuck out to you, whether good or bad?
I thought the ending was mixed for me. Are we allowed to say spoilers?
Yeah, you can say spoilers. I was just asking if there was anything before the ending that like.
And I mean, we all know that Maria Hill died. I don't know if she did promotion for this show, but I kind of wanted to see more of her. Because, I mean, she was gone, what, years?
Yeah.
And now she's back. And Secret Invasion, they just killed her off. So that kind of, like, threw me off. In a good way, bad way. Mixed. But
I mean, I agree with you because how many times Nick Fury has been shot, killed, and he's still coming back. So like that dude don't die. So hopefully she's not done here because she's part of the OG group. She's phase 1 character, and they can just hopefully they don't just end it like that. Just bringing her back. She's been AWOL for a couple years now, and just bring her back and poof.
Yo, she's dead. She's dead. She's like I was trying to think of a character that's dead. I don't know, but Vision, dead. She's dead. I saw the blood coming out of her. She was like, and I was waiting for her to turn into a scroll, but then she didn't, and I was like, nah, that's Maria Hill. Maria Hill gone.
I thought that was going to happen. I was waiting for it.
I was waiting for it too, because you never know who's a scroll, who's not a scroll. But they're dead, so they would have gone back to their noble form, and she didn't. So that honestly caught me. I was like, oh, damn! That actually happened. As in the first episode, especially. Like, first off, we don't see that many, like, main character deaths in the MCU, unless it's, like, a really big movie, like Infinity War or something. And two, it was the first episode, so I really wasn't expecting that. And the bombing. I mean, I know we're already jumping to the end, but the bombing caught me off guard. Like, people actually dying. I was like, oh, shit. This they actually failed their mission. Because, what was it? Falcon and Winter Soldier kind of tried to do the same thing, but they stopped it. So,
yeah.
I was kind of expecting this to happen as well, and then they were just going to plan a new mission, but they failed. That caught me super off guard. Like, when he threw it, and then I was like...
I kind of like that it did catch us off guard.
I liked it too. I was like, yeah, dead people.
I mean, yeah. So tragic. But yeah, so I'm kind of happy that it catches off guard because if they would have stopped it, like the good guy wins all the time. Like as it makes him human. You know what I mean? Like makes him human humanizes them to the point that like okay, even the good guys fail. But what the heck? I thought Emilia Clarke's character would have been turned good with Talos.
She was good. She did turn good. She marked the bags.
I mean,
unless they were the empty bags.
They were empty.
I thought there was additional red marked bags.
No, she had 2 bags.
Yeah.
And then on the swell point, 2 of them walked away, and Nick Fury catch up to 1. There was nothing.
I thought at some point when he was trying to catch up to them, they grabbed another bag and like marked it or something. I didn't think it was.
No, I
didn't think it was the same bag that she had. But now that you say that, it kind of makes sense. So, yeah, I guess you're right. I didn't see it coming. That's even more of a surprise.
Oh, it's a diversion. Yeah, because they say, oh, it's a diversion, and then they were like, oh crap, they're empty bags, and then they started running. So I think the bombs were there already. I think the bad guy, the main bad guy, wanted Nick Fury there
to see it happen.
Because we saw the little girl, early on the episode. We saw her again on here, and then it kept transforming
to new people.
Yeah. So I think that was specifically planned for Nick Fury to be there, to like, we're here and there's nothing you can do to stop us. That's my understanding from it.
What do you think, Jaylen?
Yeah.
You agree with Messi? You think they were the same bags?
Yeah.
You think they're the same bags? All right, maybe I just miswatched the show. I thought they were different bags. But whatever. But yeah,
No, they were
Amelia
empty.
Clark,
Yeah.
still a hottie. I mean, what are you gonna say? She was a
Mother
really
of
cool
Dragons.
character. I like that they had Talos' daughter in this show. Talos was the only thing I actually liked about Captain Marvel. So it's cool kind of expanding on his family. But I do want to say something that I really did not like. And it's not the AI. Because, like I said, I liked it. I just didn't want people to be praised for it. Something I did not like. I don't know if you guys had your own personal gripes, but when they're in their own HQ, you could say, headquarters for the Skrulls on Earth and Russia, in whatever city, in whatever nuclear plant that they were in, why are they all human? When their whole point is to, like, this is our new home, we're safe here. Like whenever Amelia Clark was bringing in the new character, she was like, oh, like, we only do scroll plants, and, you know, this is all, like, this is home, in a sense. And they were still impersonating other people in their own home.
Yeah.
Why? Like, that was so dumb. And I feel like they did it to save money because CGI is expensive, especially Marvel Disney Plus shows that have bad CGI. But as an audience member, into what makes sense, that made zero sense. And I actually didn't like it.
Yeah, it didn't make sense 100% because the whole point of the base is home, is to feel comfortable in their own body, skin, whatever you want to call it, race. I don't know. And they were humans. It threw me off guard too. It's like I didn't like the guards, and it makes sense in the very beginning of the gate, just in case.
Yeah, exactly. But once you're deep inside,
like,
why
yeah.
still be in human form when your whole point is to be a freaking scroll and comfortable in your own skin?
I didn't hear an explanation in the show. I don't know if y'all did, but I think I agree with what Danny said. Like, it's just to save money. Probably the budget was not there for more scrolls. It's like we can only afford 5 scrolls. Everything else is just humans. Just
We can only afford so many scrolls in one episode. Jaylen, did you have anything in specific that you like didn't like?
No, I thought this episode was a really good start. I'm excited to see what happens next. I'm kind of worried about the last episode because Marvel Disney Plus shows now, the last episode has been.
Yeah, like there's 6, especially in a 6-episode series.
Yeah. I really hope that they hit it out of the park. We get some cameos or tease for the next movie. Or
Do you think someone will show up, like an actual not someone that we already was already announced for this show, but do you think? So you just mentioned cameos. Do you think like another Avenger or something like that shows up in the end?
I think 2 characters. Well, my guess was either 1 Sam Wilson or 2 Captain Marvel.
Good ones.
maybe
Captain Marvel would be a good one because obviously that's
Yeah, the Marvel's coming up.
and the whole Skrulls thing. That's like from her movie. I didn't think about that, but yeah.
They mentioned her a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They did mention it a couple times. Talking about cameos and guessing who could be in it. I agree with Jaylen with even Bucky Barnes or Sam Wilson.
I don't think Bucky shows up. Sam, I could see Sam.
Yeah, I can see Sam. I can't see Bucky.
I like Bucky.
Doesn't mean he's gonna show up. Sam, he's the new Captain America.
He's more, yeah, that's true. And even because Rhodey showed up, and I know Rhodey was on.
Rhodey will be in
the
the
show as
in the
well.
future episodes. I think.
Yeah, but I want to see War Machine now.
War Machine
Like, I wanna
Rhodey.
see him
You don't
in
want to
the
see
suit.
Rhodey.
I want to see him in the suit. We haven't seen him in the suit since Endgame.
Yeah, I really like
Like,
seeing the suit too.
I want to see an actual good Iron Man. I don't want to see Iron Heart. No, I want to see good Iron Man suit.
It's
And-
true. We haven't
God.
seen Rhodey in a.
Yeah.
We saw him in Falcon Winter Soldier, but that was just for
He
a
was in a
second,
suit.
like not too long. It'd be interesting. I don't know about if I had to predict one, I would say Captain Marvel. Now that Jaylen brings that up, because
Yeah,
it just makes
more
perfect
connected to
sense,
him.
and then especially
But what
because
about
that's the
Monica
very
Rambeau?
next project coming up. Monica Rambeau too. That would be an interesting one.
yeah.
I think Captain Marvel has more connection than Monica in this Skrulls concept.
Yeah, but what about Saber? Because the trailer for the Marvels,
Oh
they were on
shoot!
Saber up there with Monica.
You know
Rambeau.
what?
So maybe by the
That
end of
is
the show, it's like,
true.
okay, let's go, like Nick Fury, let's go back up there. I don't know, and then that's what lead up to.
Now that you
Yeah,
say that, there were.
Yeah, I think we get a cheese at the end of the show.
That is an interesting point I didn't think about. Huh? Monica Rambeau and Captain Marvel.
Messi can think.
Messi can think sometimes. Look at you. How about that?
I don't know. I don't know those few cameos who are like connected to the Skrulls and to Nick Fury and everything that Nick Fury is doing right now. I don't think no one else will show up, and if they do, bro, cool. Like, we love some cameos.
Yeah, we love
Like,
cameos, but I could live without the cameos. This show could stand by itself. I think we saw that in the first episode, even though it wasn't like the most amazing episode. It was still a good episode, and it's only episode 1. We got 5 more. Messi has this thing with 5th episode saying that they're the best episode and
best
everything
ones.
else sucks.
The fifth episode is the best episode of every single show. Tell me I'm wrong.
You could be wrong. I don't know.
And there's all these six episode shows with Disney Plus. The 5th episode is the best episode of like all the series. I don't know about. I think She-Hulk was the exception.
I don't think Loki had the best 5th episode.
I don't remember.
I don't remember the 5th episode either, but I do remember just really liking the first episode. Like, I think Loki's first episode was just really, really good. I don't know. Anyways, so Secret Invasion, we got the whole premise of the movie is the Skrulls are trying to create a show. You're right. Is that they're trying to create this war between America and Russia, so that way the human race is gone, Skrulls take over. This show is supposed to lead into armor wars. So maybe they end up failing. Maybe they end up failing in the end.
That's true.
I know they failed in this episode, but maybe even in this up to the finale, they still end up failing, or at least to a degree, because this show leads up to armor wars with an actual war machine, not just a roadie. We got an actual war machine, and it's going to be a movie, which I believe Armor Wars leads into Thunderbolts, and Thunderbolts leads into something else. I don't know. They're all connected universe. But at least step 1 is this leads into Armor Wars, which is interesting. So,
I completely forgot about the Armor Wars movie.
is the
show,
president a
whatever.
Skrull? I don't know.
I was not expecting him to be the president. Okay, as a thing, you probably never seen New Girl. He's the fancy man from New Girl. I was like,
My
no,
wife
they
had just
didn't.
started watching New Girl, and I was like, bro, why are you watching New Girl?
New Girl's
I told her to not watch it when I'm around.
Is
Is it actually that good? Should I watch it?
It's good, bro. Me and my fiance, every time we're together, is we just watching New Girl. It's so good.
So I should watch a New Girl.
And
Alright,
it's dumb.
I'll watch New Girl.
It's dumb coming. And the thing is, he is in the show, the president. And I was like, no, they didn't. They put the fancy man up
my
here.
camera.
and you change cameras. But yeah, I was not expecting him to be the president. I don't think we haven't seen a president since Iron Man 3.
We didn't see one in
No, I think that was the last time we saw a
Falcon and
president.
Winter Soldier.
No, I'm not sure. I don't think so.
I don't think so, right? I don't think there was a president. I know. I think the highest position of ranking of office, I think was just like. No, I don't think even Rhodey was like that high, but I think one of the highest was him
Okay. Well,
or a judge. I don't know.
I don't really have anything else for the episode, but I do think that this was a good start. I think that the show is going to be good. I know we were super, super hyped for the show, and the first episode was I still think this show is going to be good. Even though the reviews are actually not that good. I believe they were Rotten Tomatoes gave it like a 68% or
Yeah,
something in the 60s, which no bueno. But I got high hopes for this until episode 3, because that's the halfway mark. If episode 3 and 2 do not live up to the hype, this show will not be good. But I think if at least one of those shows, like episodes, really do good, it's gonna be a good show.
Yeah, it needs to grab you by the third episode. Like Ms. Marvel. Ms. Marvel, a lot of people were not hooked
Miss
at
Marvel
all by the
was
third
not
episode,
good.
and as of right now, Ms. Marvel is one of the most non-watch episodes or shows of
But one of the highest rated.
Disney Plus. For some reason,
For whatever
I mean,
reason.
she killed it. The actress,
She's
the actress
amazing.
killed
I
it,
can't
but-
wait to see her in the Marvels.
Yeah.
But the show is. But I can't wait for next episode. I want to see what happens. Is Maria Hill dead or not? She's probably dead.
She's
But
probably dead.
she's probably dead.
I think that's what
What are
really
your-
makes Nick Fury because they kept the whole episode. Oh, you're old. You're old. You're old. You're not who
Yeah.
you were. You're not good enough. Like, bring back the old Nick Fury. I think her dying will kind of spark that in him to I'm going ham now type of thing.
Yeah.
I didn't get 100% of why they kept saying that to him.
He
they
looks
kept
old.
saying I know that, but dude, there's a lot of old people in the MCU act of characters, and they kept doing their thing. But the majority of parts is I heard it 3 or 4 times. They said, "Oh, you're not the same after Thanos snapped you." Yes, obviously, it's a very dramatic or traumatizing moment of a person being blipped and coming back 5 years later, even though you're the same age as you've been snapped. But why did they keep bringing it up? Did he get soft or something? Old makes you soft?
I think it did get soft, and I think that's why my theory that I just made up right now is I think her dying is gonna make him not soft and go crazy.
I don't think. I mean, yeah, I agree with you on that. He's okay, y'all dead now.
Wait, what do you think,
but-
Jaylen?
I mean, I think it's more of a mental thing with him. I think because we saw in the Marvel trailer, he's with the eye patch, he's back on his game. So by the end of the show, I think we're gonna get that Nick Fury that we saw in the Avengers. I think he's gonna jump.
I forgot that he had the eye patch in the trailer.
Yeah. I think he's gonna jump back into it. We're gonna see the old Nick Fury. I think now, by the 5th episode, we're gonna see him back in the game. I think.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, with these couple episodes that we have now, I think it's going to be him slowly, kind of
Slowly
going back
getting
old
there.
Nick Fury. Yeah, and then by the 5th episode, he's gonna jump back into it. We're gonna get the old Nick Fury back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we will for sure, for fact.
Yeah.
I have a question. So this episode was 54 minutes long. It's almost an hour. I think from all the other shows, I think this is
One of the
the
longer
longest
episodes.
Do you think? I don't know if they confirmed it. You guys probably have heard about it, but me personally have not heard if all the episodes are gonna be an hour, almost to an hour
I think most of them
length.
were in the like high 40s.
High 40s.
High 40s, low 50s. Which I guess is still
I did
almost
kind of
enough.
like. I did kind of like the intro was cut down. It wasn't the whole, like every NCU project has a like long intro with all the projects coming to Marvel Studios in the
Yeah,
very beginning.
Oh, how
They
you say this
cut
was
that
like
down.
quick? You like that?
yeah,
They cut it down. I like that because it gives us minutes. I think it's like 3 minutes long.
yeah.
Like
But it's part
Shit,
of the
like,
Marvel nostalgia. It's part of like what
No,
makes
give us-
Marvel
give us-
Marvel.
then make the shows longer. Make up those minutes, and then I will love it all the time.
They did make up those minutes.
But
They
they-
gave us a 53-minute episode.
Exactly. So every show moving forward, we don't need that long as intro.
So what about
You know-
movies? Do you think movies should have it?
Oh, movie's different. A movie's different because I'm paying to sit down. I wanna see that. I wanna see that intro. Give me like 5 minutes of that intro because it brings back all those moments and key moments of the whole MCU. But I don't want to see that in every freaking episode. 6 episodes. I gotta see it 6 times in a week. In a month or two.
Yeah.
Like
I can see your point with that. If it's only in movies, it makes it a little bit more special. I could, you know what? I agree with you. I'll take that.
Yeah,
I'll take that
because-
stance.
because not even for the specials, they have a different intro for the specials. Like it's not even this.
That's true.
So they just for sure just cut it down. We don't need to see all the whole. I mean, for WandaVision, it was worth it.
That's different because WandaVision we waited like 2 years for it to,
Yeah,
or a year for
it was
to get a
special. It's
project.
like damn,
Yeah.
it's been like 2-3 years, and we got this like yes, but now I don't need it. I don't need it on a show.
Good point. So, this basically wraps up the show. We talked about Secret Invasion. We talked about a bunch of news. There's a lot of stuff going on, so it's really interesting. Jaylen, thank you for being on our show. It was an honor. We love your Instagram stuff. I know you got a lot of content. I know you got a Disney trip coming up. So that should be fun. Go ride the Guardians ride. It's Messi says it's like it changed his life. There's Messi before the Guardians ride, and then there's Messi after the Guardians ride. So
I'm more happy.
yeah, he's a happier guy. So go ride that ride. I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of fun. But thank you again for really being on our show. Before we give our little outro, I do want to give you another chance to kind of just tell people where to follow you again in case they missed it in the beginning. And yeah.
Yeah, so my Instagram is Jaylen Wade 89. My TikTok is the same thing. Yeah, Jaylen Wade 89. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys for having me on the show. Hopefully we do more of these. Talk about other stuff. Maybe some watch parties. But
That'd be
it's all
cool.
up to you guys.
Watch
Yeah,
parties.
yeah.
I haven't thought of. For some reason, me and Messi have never thought about that one.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So yeah, I really appreciate you guys having me on the show. Hopefully we do more of this stuff. And yeah, it's an honor to be on the show.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome,
Thank you
man.
so much. So you can find me at Danny42 with 3 N's because 2 is taken on Instagram. And as long as you're not a creep, please follow me. I will gladly accept your stuff. And if you don't want to follow me, you could always follow my other co-hosts.
You can follow me at Messi.17_ on Instagram. But if you don't want to follow me or Danny individually, you can always follow us on Unqualified Heroes on TikTok, Snapchat, Psych. I say that all the time. I'm not sure why Snapchat on my list, but we're not little girls no more. But Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, where you can always listen. And actually now we can see us stuff on Spotify. Thank you to StarkPod for letting us know how to do it, because we didn't know how to do it, but now we do.
But YouTube, you can still subscribe to us and write
yeah,
comments,
YouTube.
so it's better.
Yes, subscribe to YouTube because on there is where we drop the most stuff. So go check it out. But other than that, that's the end of the show.
Unqualified Heroes!